Vi står då här på Mid-Season Invitational Tallahassee, Florida, och vår första intervju får bli med ingen annan LoL-världens mest kända intervjuare, Travis själv. Hey Travis.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's fine. How's it going for you?
It's going pretty well. It's first day. Haven't done an interview myself yet because waiting for some of the games to get wrapped up, but really enjoying the event so far.
So obviously when it was announced that the Mid-Season Invitation will take place in Tallahassee, there was a huge amount of snark from you. Has that changed now when you've actually landed?
Trying to think of how to word this. The city's not terrible. No, I mean, okay, so Tallahassee seems pretty nice, like a nice small town. I think that it's not like, oh, this city sucks or anything like that. It's more that I feel like it doesn't match what their previous decisions, and for an international event to be in a non-international city, I don't think Tallahassee, I mean, there's not an international airport, right? Which one could argue is the definition of an international city. So I think that is just a really strange decision on Riot's part. I think it's good though that they did something on the East Coast. I would never argue that they should have done something in LA, and they also, I think, have said that this is not the East Coast event, so it sounds like East Coast fans will do well. But I mean, it's funny because I even now, like, a lot of people have been talking to a lot of the other media and that kind of thing, especially ones that came from Asia and that kind of thing. There's a large amount of like, why are we here? You know, like, I had to take 3 planes to get here. Like, it's just kind of strange. Yeah.
Do you think that maybe this is sort of like an effort on Riot's part to build something more like homogenous inside of NA? Because like, I was thinking about it before, that if you do this into like maybe a yearly occurrence, because like everyone I've talked to that is like, that don't even know what esports is, you know, people that work at like the shops or cab drivers, they all know that this is happening. So like, do you think that maybe just they sort of try and do this sort of like a yearly thing, so like every year tons of people flock to the city, you know?
They've said that they plan on moving it, I think, in the future. So on the media thing yesterday, I think that was what they were saying, is that they think MSI will probably move around. So I don't think that this is going to be something where, if they book it in Tallahassee next year, I'm just going to throw a fit. This needs to travel around, I think, like the rest of their events. But yeah, I think it was just, I think that their answer in the past has just been that this place met a lot of the requirements for this time of year in terms of venue and location and all that kind of thing. So I think it just was kind of a matter of, they narrowed down everything to what fit certain requirements, and this is what was there. So
so obviously, like this, like I mentioned in my intro as well in Swedish, that you're like obviously the most notable interviewer in all of League of Legends, as far as I know, in Western, at least in the West. I don't know how it is in Asia, but just,
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty grounded. But like, how do you feel like you're, like, now when you can see like how we travel all around the world, like as press and everything, like how Riot treat us, how do you feel looking back, you know, like when you, I'm pretty sure that you had to crowdfund your trip to like go to Korea and do the interviews and everything, like coming from an obviously very humble background, you know, and then obviously with how the medium is changing for like your original style, where it was more like, you obviously had the opportunity to be more like, do more casual stuff with double lift and, that, and stuff like that. How does it feel now in comparison, if you, like, you know, look back 3 years? Like, where do you look on the journalism in LoL right now?
I think it's really incredible to, certainly on a personal level, this whole thing seems ridiculous to me, right? To see how everything has grown for myself, and now, you know, going around the world to different international events. And like you said, the first time I ever left the country ever as a person was to go to Korea on something that Reddit had crowdfunded to send me over there. So I think it, as much as I'd like to take some of the credit and that kind of thing, I think a great deal of it goes to the community that supported me over the past couple of years, and has really helped get me into the place that I am, and I couldn't do it without all the support from those guys and watching my interviews and that kind of thing. I mean, there's a reason why CBS Interactive picked me up to do stuff for GameSpot, and that's just because I had a good following, and people, the community trusted my content and that kind of thing, and so I really thank those guys a lot.
Yeah. So, but like your own content itself has changed now throughout the time as well. Like you were seen doing the incredibly, very well produced high retirement interview, where you took it into a long form direction, probably the longest interview you've ever done. You've done these videos about the Faker stream situation. You did it about the sponsorship and LCS. Like, do you feel like it's a hard time balancing all of that, or do you feel like you've outgrown, double lift Travis, let's say,
I think I want to do all of that. I think that looking at 2014, I was kind of disappointed that I did not do as much of it, because I actually used to do a lot more of that stuff, usually in the form of my shows, which I would have either with pro players or other personalities. And as it became a lot harder to produce the shows, I think I just sort of allowed myself to fall into the sort of post-game thing. And I did do some caster interviews and that kind of thing last year that were long form, but I think going into this year I really wanted to just show that I can do all sorts of stuff. I mean, I just did some ridiculous jacuzzi interviews in Maui with some of the players whenever they went on vacation, but then I still want to be able to do videos on like the Spectate Faker thing and that kind of thing, because I do think that what I realized is that I was having a lot of conversations behind the scenes with friends and people in the industry about really interesting business stuff. And that was when I was talking last year about wanting to do like a business show or something like that, because I really wanted to have these conversations publicly. And I think I was just kind of concerned that me talking to a camera thing might be too boring nowadays, or that it wouldn't hit like the higher production levels that I was hoping to go for these days. So I'm just really trying to, I think I can still do the ridiculous double lift interview, but also do something that maybe raises awareness to something that hopefully people haven't really thought about before.
Yeah. So, like, to close it off, would this interview have been better if it wasn't a jacuzzi?
Yeah, I think so. So that jacuzzi was super nice, actually, and it was in Maui, and there's nice warm wind going by. It was not Tallahassee, let's put it that way.
Thanks a lot for the interview. Any final words?
No final words other than thank you so much, everyone, for watching my stuff, and that if people want to check out my content, there's a whole new section of GameSpot called, or the URL is gamespot.com/LOL, so people can go there and see the stuff that not everything I do makes it to Reddit, so people can catch all the stuff over there.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks.